Hi, welcome everybody. If you're just getting here, we're going to get started in about 3 minutes. Here for Vinyasa Yoga today, Stephen. And yeah, I'd recommend a mat if you have one. If you don't have a mat, you could use the carpet. That could work as well. If you have blocks are good. But if you don't have blocks, you might be able to use books or a water bottle. We're not going to do anything too crazy today, so you could potentially do whatever we're doing today without any props at all. So that's why I'm sitting on a blanket, which I like to sit on for centering for Sukhasana. And again, you could use a pillow, either from your couch or your bed, or a blanket, sleeping bag, different things, or nothing at all could work as well. And we're going to start Sukhasana. So if you want to get there early, we're going to get started in about 2 minutes. But basically, taking a blanket as it would have come off the stack and folding it at least once. And so you sit on the edge of it so it lifts the hips a little higher than the knees. Place the ankles in front of each other. And then you can relax the shoulders. The palms can be down on the thighs to feel more grounded, or palms up to gather more energy. Either way. You may have a hand on top of hand in the lap, thumbs touching. Your eyes can either be open, looking gently down in front of you. Maybe bringing your eyes to a close. And we'll get started in about a minute. If you want to get started, centering, pre-centering early, it's a place to go. Another option, if you don't want to be upright, if you're low on energy, you can get started in a Supta Baddha Konasana, which is just the feet together, over on your back. And one thing that's great if you have blocks in Supta Baddha Konasana is you can put them underneath the thighs, underneath the knees, all the shoulders under here. Maybe bring the hands to the belly. Just listening to the breath. Those are the two options where we're going to be when we get started in about 30 seconds. If anybody else joins us. All right, welcome to Vinyasa Yoga. I'm Stephen. I'm here for some yoga today. Hope you all are well. I would say a yoga mat is great, but not essential. You could use carpeting if you don't have a yoga mat. And blocks are great too. Bring the floor a little bit closer. Make your arms a little longer. But if you don't have blocks, use your fingertips. You could use a book. And I'm sitting on the edge of a blanket, which is good for the centering pose in the beginning and under the knees during the practice today. You can always use like a towel, maybe a pillow. And we can get started either in Sukhasana, this is where I am right now, maybe in a Supta Baddha Konasana if you're low in energy today. lying on your back, bringing the soles of the feet together. If you're upright, Sukhasana, relaxing the shoulders, lengthening the spine, maybe bringing the eyes to a close. And finding your way to your breath. Not changing your breath in any way. Just finding your natural breath. Finding your inhale and your exhale. Ideally, you want to be breathing through the nose unless you're congested. But other than that, no special breathing technique, just finding your natural breath. Perhaps noticing the temperature of the air as it comes in and out of the nostrils. Perhaps noticing the expansion of the belly on the inhalation. The contraction of the belly towards the spine on the exhalation. Be riding the waves of your respiration. If the mind begins to wander away, which it will, it's what it likes to do, just gently bring it back to your breath. And finding your inhale, and finding your exhale. Noticing anywhere where you might be holding your breath, whether it's in the belly, chest, to the shoulders, the kidney area. If you can tell whether you're using the full expansive use of each lung. No, that's fine too. No judgment, just observing how you're breathing today. Being here in each moment with each breath. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do. Simply to be. While you're here paying attention to your breath, see if you can simultaneously expand your awareness to include a sense of your entire physical form. So just giving yourself a little bit of a body scan from the head to the toes. Noticing anything going on today, any aches or pains in the body, however big or small. Noticing your energy level. Perhaps noticing your body's reaction to the temperature in the room you're in, the feeling of your clothes and your skin, your sense of comfort or discomfort in the posture you've chosen. Letting the sensations you observe in the body, along with the breath, tying those two elements together to help ground you, anchor you in your practice today. And perhaps taking a moment here to set an intention for your practice, something you'd like to gain or let go of throughout your efforts and energy this afternoon. What's your intention? And set. We'll just bring the palms of the hands together, heart center, Anjali Mudra. We'll just take a deep, conscious inhale here through the nose. And a deep exhale through the mouth, maybe with a sigh. Another deep inhale through the nose. And another deep exhale through the mouth, maybe with a sigh. Fluttering the eyes open if they're closed. Namaste. Welcome again. And from here, just going to roll over onto our hands and knees to a table position. Maybe using your blanket here to pad under the knees. And check it in and see if your wrists are below your shoulders. Knees below the hips. And now we're going to drop the belly, lift the heart, sit bone. And on the exhale, we're going to arch the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, open the heart. And exhale, arching the spine like a hollow kneecap. Inhale, dropping the belly, opening the heart. And exhale, arching the spine. Inhaling to a neutral spine, a long spine. And exhaling here. Inhale, I'm just going to reach the right arm up to the right. On the exhale, I'm going to thread the right arm underneath the left. Just coming down to the right side of the face. Breathing here. Maybe lengthening the spine on the inhale. Maybe twisting a little deeper on the exhale. Just breathing here. Scanning the body for sensations. On your next inhale, slowly, gently, mindfully, reaching that right arm back up. And then exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lower the belly to the heart. And exhale, arching the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the heart. Exhale, arching the spine. Inhaling to a neutral spine. Exhaling here. On inhale, we're going to reach that left arm up to the left. On exhale, just threading the left arm under the right. Breathing here. Maybe every inhale, you lengthen the spine. And every exhale, twisting a little deeper. Next inhale, and throwing that left arm back out to the left. On exhale, bring it back down to the ground. And inhaling, lowering the belly, opening the heart. Exhaling, arching the spine. Inhale, dropping the belly, opening the heart. On exhale, we're just going to drop the hips to the heels, maybe kicking the knees out a little wider, finding a child's pose. In child's pose, it's a great place to go if you need a rest at any point in the practice today. Too many down dogs, too many vinyasas. You can always take a rest here in your child's pose. Over here, on our next exhale, we're just going to walk the fingers to the right. Maybe one hand off the mat. A little bit of a Arc a little C-curve, spine to the right. Breathing here. And then on exhale, walking the hands over to the left. Taking that left hand off the mat. Breathing into the right side of the rib cage. On your next exhale, swing the hands back into the middle. Hands still over the shoulders, palms pressing into the mat. Really reaching the arms long. We're going to curl the toes under. Lift the hips up and back. And in your first downward dog to practice today. If the distance between your hands and your feet doesn't feel just right, maybe shifting forward for a moment. Plank. Noticing if that inspires you to move the feet at all. And then lifting the hips up and back again. And just pounding the feet. Maybe shaking the hands to the left and to the right. Ultimately finding some stillness here. Inverted V, downward facing dog, heels reaching to the ground. Upper arms externally rotating. Lower arms internally rotating. I'm just going to take a little walk forward with the feet towards the hands, little baby steps. Mindfully walking forward. Uttanasana, standing forward fold. Top of the mat, maybe bending the knees slightly. The arms can hang like a rag doll. You can reach for opposite elbows here, and you can interlace the hands behind the back. Just beginning to rock side to side. Swaying the torso. And letting go of the elbows, you're reaching under the elbows. We're all going to bend the knees and begin to stack vertebra on top of vertebra, slowly unfurling the spine. Head and neck are the last to lift. Finding your way to mountain pose, Tadasana, at the top of your mat. Grounding down to the center of the earth with the feet and the top of the head. Reaching all the way to the sky. Heart's open. Palms are forward. Just checking in with how you're breathing here in your mountain pose. Inhale the hands together, palms together, heart center, Anjali Mudra. Just exhale here. On inhale, we're going to reach the hands up to the ceiling. We're going to interlace the hands, take the palms of the hands to the ceiling. And on exhale, just lean to the right a little bit. Go back to the center. Maybe changing up the interlacing of the hands. They feel a little awkward. And on exhale, leaning to the left. Breathing here. Inhale, coming back up. There you go, the hands. Bringing them back down by the sides. Body. Maybe taking some shoulder rolls back. And some shoulder rolls forward. And we'll inhale the hands to the heart center. Exhale here. On inhale, we're going to reach the hands up, Hastasana. On exhale, swan dive, folding forward. Maybe having your blocks nearby. We're going to inhale and come halfway up. And exhale, folding down. Inhaling, coming halfway up. On exhale, we're just going to step that right foot back to a low lunge. And finding your alignment here in your first low lunge with that left knee over that left ankle. Maybe bringing your hands to the block so you can open the sternum. You can breathe, back leg is long. If you don't have blocks, you can have little spider fingers. Fingertips could work. Just want to be able to breathe here. And then once you've found your alignment, beginning to shift forward and back a little bit. Waking up the hips and the hamstrings. Tying the movement to the breath. Next time you're in your low lunge, hang out there for a moment. We'll slowly lower that right knee to the ground. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the ceiling. Exhale, the hands to the heart. We're going to inhale, keep the hands together, reach them out in front of you. On exhale, just twisting to the left. Maybe keeping the hands together. Maybe just spreading the arms out wide. Breathing here. Every inhale, lengthening the spine a little bit. Every exhale, twisting a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale, coming back to the center. Bringing the hands back together. We're going to find our blocks again. Begin to scooch that left heel forward a little bit. We're going to straighten that left leg and bring that right hip over the right knee. Setting up for half Hanumanasana, half monkey. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, opening the heart a little bit. Exhale, leaning forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, folding. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, forward. Pull that foot back down to ground. Pull the back toes under. On your way back to the lunge. We're just going to step that left foot back to meet the right. On your downward dog again. Inhale, forward to plank. Exhale, drop the knees, elbows into the ribs, finding your way all the way down to your belly, unless you're expecting. On inhale, opening the heart, Bhujangasana. On exhale, curling the back goes under, lifting the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Inhale and reach that right leg up and back, down dog split. Maybe circle the foot in one direction, circle the foot in the other direction. Bend the knee and tilt that right hip over the left, keeping the shoulders even. Breathing here. Next exhale, just stepping that right foot forward, letting up fingers and toes, maybe grabbing your blocks here. Maybe scooching that left leg back so it's like that left heel is pressing into an imaginary wall behind you. Right knee is over the right ankle. Finding your alignment here in your low lunge. And then just beginning to wiggle a little bit forward and back. Waking up this side of the body. Breathe in here. Maybe on an inhale, you're straightening that leg. On exhale, you're coming back. Inhaling. And exhaling. And the next time you're in that low lunge, slowly lowering that left knee to the ground. Switch the arms up. Exhaling the hands to the heart center. Inhale, we're going to reach those hands forward. On exhale, we're going to twist to the right this time. Maybe keeping the hands together with the heart. Or maybe spreading them apart from each other. Every inhale, lengthening the spine. Every exhale, twisting. Scanning the body for sensations. Inhale, lengthening the spine. And exhale, twisting. Keeping that right knee over the right ankle. Breathing here. Long inhale. Coming back to the center, taking your arms up. And bringing them down. Maybe finding your blocks. Scooch that right foot forward a little bit. Coming onto the heel, lengthening that leg. Taking the left hip over the left knee. Finding your half monkey, half Hanumanasana on this side. So every inhale, lengthening the spine. Every exhale, hinging, folding forward. Inhaling, opening the heart. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, folding forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, just bringing the sole, that right foot to the ground, pulling the back toes under, finding your way from your low lunge, back to downward facing dog. Breathing here, you can always drop the knees and take a break in child's pose, or find your Ujjayi breath here. 3 Ujjayi breaths. As you externally rotate the upper arms and internally rotate the lower arms, bones are blossoming up and back, the heels reaching to the ground. And after your third exhalation, we'll inhale, reach the left leg up and back this time. Circle the foot in one direction, and circle the foot in the other direction. So we'll bend the knee, open up this hip, left hip over the right hip, keep the shoulders even. Your next exhale, I'm just going to step that left foot forward, and then the right foot forward to meet it. Folding forward again. And we'll bend the knees, sweep the arms up, sink the hips, finding Utkatasana. And exhale, coming up. Samasthiti. We'll inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up, Utkatasana. Exhale, trace the midline, fold you forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, just stepping it back to plank. Exhale, maybe dropping the knee, maybe keeping the knees off the ground, finding your chaturanga. Spine is long, elbows into the ribs. Finding your back bend. Either another cobra, maybe an upper dog. If you're ready for an upper dog. Exhale. Lifting the hips up and back. Downward dog again. We'll inhale, reach that right leg up and back. On exhale, we're going to step that right foot forward. So we're going to pivot the left heel in. 45-degree angle. Finding your way to Warrior One. Warrior One, the feet are in opposite lanes of traffic. Noticing if your feet are wide enough apart, if they're too close together. You want to have your hips parallel to the front of you, in front of your mat. So maybe you're working that right hip back a little bit, left hip is working forward. The front knee is over that front ankle. The heart is open. The fingertips are turned in towards the temples. Breathing here. And we'll inhale the hands to the heart center. And on exhale, we're just going to open that left foot, left hip, and the arms wide. Finding your warrior one. Warrior one, the feet are perpendicular to each other. It's like they're working away from each other, but the grippy mat keeps them grounded. The shoulders are relaxed. Your drishti is over that right hand. Breathing here. Your warrior two. Vajrasana two. We'll flip the palm of that right hand to the ceiling. Inhale, take it up to the ceiling. Reversing your warrior. Heart reaching up towards that right hand. Front knee is over the front ankle. Breathing here. Exhale, we're just going to bring that right elbow to the right thigh. Left arm over the left ear. One long line of energy from the left side of the left foot at the fingertips of that left hand. And you can either play with some variations here. Maybe bring that left arm behind your back for a bind. Maybe just taking some windmills here. In one direction. Taking the windmill in the other direction. And ultimately finding your stillness back in your extended side angle. Seeing how much you're leaning into that right elbow. Inhale. Come back up to warrior two. We're going to begin to straighten that right leg, but maybe keep a little micro bend in it. Maybe scooting that left foot in a little bit. Closing the distance between the feet for triangle pose. We're going to laterally pour the pelvis towards the front of the room. Reach with that right hand. You can't reach anymore. Maybe it comes down to your shin. Maybe a block. And the left arm comes up to the ceiling. Finding a triangle pose here, Trikonasana. Maybe your drishti goes up to that left thumb if it doesn't bother your neck. Just breathing here. Body expanding in all directions. And then turning your drishti from that left thumb, that right big toe, get that hand to maybe a block, maybe just fingertips on the ground. We're going to shift from here into half moon pose. Pouring the weight into the right leg. Lifting with control, that left leg up and back. And turning the left hip over the right hip. Left shoulder over the right shoulder. Wrist under shoulder. Reaching that left arm up. Taking flight. Half moon. Engaging that back leg. Breathing here. Whenever you've had enough of this, we're just going to make our way back to our warrior two. So if you need to go there early, you can land with control and find warrior two. Hanging out there. Wall, find your way back. Warrior two. Warrior two, we're going to bring our hands to our hips. Begin to straighten that right leg. We're going to turn the toes of that right foot with the left side of the mat. Open up the heart, maybe pigeon toe the feet a little bit. We're going to be parallel. On exhale, we're going to hinge from the hips. Folding forward. Prasarita. Wide-legged forward fold. Maybe the hands come to those blocks again. Or maybe they stay on your hips. Maybe they come to the ground under your shoulders. Maybe they come to your big toes. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hinging, folding forward here. Making this your own. So you can just hang out here. With Skandasana. If a tripod headstand is in your practice and you're safe in the middle of the room and you want to put that, Maybe just taking some twists here. So bringing the palm of the hand down to the ground. On inhale, and putting that left arm up. Breathing here. Be sure to do the other side. Bring the left hand under your nose. Taking the right arm up if you're doing the twisting. If you're doing Skandasana, be sure to do both sides. If you're in headstand, slowly making your way back to your wide-legged forward fold. Open our hands to our hips. Inhale. Coming all the way back up. Coming back to warrior two. And we're just going to cartwheel that left arm around. Heading our way back to our low lunge. Stepping that right foot back to meet the left. On exhale, finding your chaturanga. Maybe it's a full chaturanga now. Inhale, rolling over the toes for your back bend. Exhale, lifting the hips up and back. Breathing here. And your downward facing dog. Taking 3 deep Ujjayi breaths either here or if you need to. Taking a break in child's pose. Resting there. Either way. After your third breath, inhale and reach that left leg up. On exhale, we're just going to step that left foot forward. Bring the right heel down and in. And squaring the hips off. You're readjusting the feet if they don't feel just right. Ultimately, we'll open the heart. Pickies turned in towards the temples. Finding your warrior one. Radhasana one. Breathing here. Feeling grounded. Feeling alive. Inhale the hands to the heart center. On exhale, we're going to open that right foot, right hip. Arms wide. Find warrior two on this side. Looking out over the fingertips of that left hand. Again, the shoulders are relaxed. The torso is in the middle. Front knee is over the front ankle. Scanning the body for sensation. Breathing here. We'll flip the palm of that left hand to the ceiling. On the inhale, take it up to the ceiling. Reversing your warrior. The heart is reaching up towards that left hand now. On your next exhale, just bringing that left elbow to the left thigh. Right arm is over the right ear now. Making sure you're not leaning all your weight into that left elbow. That you're lengthening out to the spine. One long line of energy from the right side of the right foot. Out the fingertips of that right hand. Maybe take your bind here if you did that on the other side. Or maybe just windmilling the right arm in one direction. Windmilling in the other direction. You're finding your way back. Inhale. Come up again. Begin to straighten that left leg. Maybe toe heeling the right foot in a little bit, so closing the distance between the feet. We're going to set up for triangle on this side. Keeping a micro bend in that right knee if you like. Maybe you have a block ready. We're just going to begin to laterally pour the pelvis towards the front of the room. Reach that left hand. You can't go any further. Bringing it down. That left shin. Triangle pose here. Trikonasana. And the body's between two panes of glass, expanding in all directions, right hip over the left hip, right shoulder over the left shoulder. Maybe you're looking up at that right thumb. It doesn't bother your neck. Listening here to the body. How does this side feel different than the other side? And turning your drishti from that right thumb down to your left foot. We're going to begin to pour our weight into that left foot. Maybe grabbing your block here. We're going to take flight and half moon. Taking that right hip over the left hip again. Right shoulder over the left shoulder again. And fully engaged in that right foot. So spreading your consciousness out through your entire body. Awake and alive. And only taking as long or short of a trip to the half moon as you need. We're all going to make our way back to Warrior 2 at some point. Breathing here. Whenever you still have control and you're ready to, no need to rush. If you're still in half moon, hang out there for a little longer. If you're here in Warrior 2, breathing here. Once we're all back in Warrior 2, you're just going to cartwheel that right arm around. Your lunge. Stepping back to plank. Exhaling your chaturanga. Could be half, could be full. Opening the heart. Cobra. Upward facing dog. Inhale, taking the hips up and back. We're going to bend the knees. Look up at the fingertips. And step, hop, plump, limp. Stagger forward, folding forward. Inhale, bend the knees, coming up through Utkatasana. Exhale, coming up to mountain pose. Tadasana. From here, we'll play with the balancing pose, eagle pose. First, just begin on your way back to Utkatasana. We're going to first pour our weight into our right foot. And lift our left leg over the right. You can hang out here, bring the hands together. Anjali Mudra. Maybe mirror the legs with your arms. Sinking the hips, seeing if that knee will come more on the other knee. I'm just hanging out here. Listening to the breath. Whenever you feel ready to come out, you can come out. Otherwise, finding a drishti, hanging out in your eagle. Come out, coming up. Mountain pose, Hastasana. Swing hands to the heart center. And we'll just inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Start pouring the weight into the left foot. Just wrapping that right leg around the left. Sinking the hips. Opening the heart, maybe the hands come to the Anjali Mudra. Or maybe mirror the legs with the arms. You're still sinking the hips, lengthening the spine, relaxing the shoulders, finding a drishti. Hanging on your eagle pose. Ready, inhale, coming back up, back to the mountain. We're just going to take the feet out a little wide, maybe the width of your mat. We're just going to bend the knees, sink down, finding your way to a yogic squat. Just hanging out here, yogic squat. Maybe shifting slightly side to side. If your heels don't feel comfortable on the mat, you put a blanket under the heel. Working the elbows into the inner thighs, lengthening the spine. And let's just take the right hand down to the ground. Reach that left arm up. Go back to the center. Reach the left arm down. Right arm up. Inhale the hands back together. We're just going to gracefully finding our way onto the mat. Setting up for butterfly pose or classic cobbler's pose. Feet are together. You want to do the classic variation. The feet are a little bit closer into the groin. Heart is open. Tall, and on the exhale, you're hinging forward, walking the hands forward, maybe. Every inhale, lengthening. Every exhale, hinging forward a little more. If you're doing the butterfly variation, if you're a little bit further away, you got a diamond shape with the legs. And maybe just drooping the spine forward here. Not really worrying about what the spine's doing in relation to the breath as much as just letting gravity do its work. If you're in the classic variation and the feet are closer in, every inhale, you're opening the heart. Every exhale, pulling forward. Breathing here. Maybe reconnecting with that intention you set at the beginning of class. Noticing if the longer you hold the pose, the more it opens up. On your next inhale, begin to walk the hands in, begin to lengthen the spine back up to vertical. And we're just going to bring the lower half of the left leg a little bit more parallel towards the front of the mat. And just gathering up the lower half of that right leg, just rocking it a little bit side to side. Looking up the hip a little more. And begin to transition into a double pigeon here. Double pigeon is not in your practice. You can play with Sukhasana instead. It's just where we started. The ankles placed one in front of the other. You play with double pigeon. Just want to bring the right ankle over the left knee, the right knee over the left ankle. There's a big space between your knee and your left foot. You can place a blanket there. You can also sit on a blanket to help tilt the pelvis forward a little bit. We're just hanging out here, maybe lengthening the spine. You don't have to fold forward unless you feel called to. You're feeling the calling. Beginning to hinge forward. Maybe giving yourself a little self-assist by pressing down with your thumbs right in front of your hips. Getting the flesh out of the way. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, folding forward. Every inhale, lengthening the spine. And every exhale, folding forward. Inhale, begin to walk the hands in, begin to grow the spine back up to vertical. Gently taking that foot, that lower half of that right leg off. And then maybe reaching the feet out a little bit. Take a little wiggling. Pointing, flexing the feet. And ultimately, we're going to line the lower half of the right leg up parallel with the top of the mat. And just cradling the lower half of that left leg in, bringing it in. Rocking a little bit. Lower half of that left leg, opening up the left hip a little bit. It feels warmed up, ready to go. Slowly bringing that engaged left foot over the right knee. The left knee over your engaged right foot. Again, you can put a blanket, maybe a block between that left knee or that left knee and the right foot if you need to. Give yourself a little self-assist. Moving your stuff out of the way when you feel ready. Maybe you're hinging forward, or maybe you're just hanging out here, tall, proud, shoulders relaxed. Relaxing the muscles of the legs. Maybe you're not melting forward at all. If you feel called upon to lean forward, slowly lowering forward. Fingertips taking a little stroll. Every inhale, lengthening the spine. Every exhale, falling forward. Inhale, coming back up. And releasing your feet to Sukhasana. You're not already there. The ankles are just placed one in front of the other. The Sukhasana, maybe you're used to doing it on the other side. We'll just play with a little bit of winding down of the spine here. It's just like a warm-up beginning, but we're coming towards the end and stuff. Just inhale the hands up to the ceiling. On exhale, we'll just lean to the right, bring the right hand down, keeping that left arm up. Breathing here. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, leaning a little further over, keeping the sit bones grounded. Inhale, coming back up. Right hand up, left arm down. Leaning in the opposite direction, keeping the sit bones grounded. Every inhale, lengthening. Every exhale, leaning a little further. Inhale, come back up. On exhale, we're just going to twist to the right. So bring that left hand to the right knee. Inhale, opening the heart. And exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthening. And exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale, come back to the center. Hands back up to the ceiling. On exhale, we're just going to twist to the left. Taking that right hand to the left knee. Keep your sit bones grounded. Inhale, lengthening the spine. On exhale, twisting. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. And now come back to the center. You're sitting on the edge of a blanket, maybe removing that. We're going to find our way onto our backs. Deciding whether you want to invert today. If you don't want to invert, you can just hang out there on your back. Supta Baddha Konasana. If you have wall space, you can take legs up the wall. If you want to do shoulder stand, it's good to put a blanket underneath the shoulders like a cape before you engage your abdominals to lift your feet up off the ground. Again, if you don't want to invert, you can just hang out here in Supta Baddha Konasana. If you want to play with headstand, or even headstand prep, you would roll over the hands and knees, make a little basket with your hands. You don't have to come all the way up. And be careful if you're in a room by yourself. You don't feel comfortable coming up in the headstand. Don't do it. Unless you want to. And again, you don't have to come all the way up. You can just take the knees off the ground. Breathing here. Headstand prep. You want to come up and bring the knees in. Control. Maybe just one leg comes in, the other leg comes in. And then counter pose to headstand. This child's pose. Maybe just come into child's pose. If you're in shoulder stand, you're ready for a counter pose for shoulder stand. You can put a fish pose. Fish pose, you bring your palm underneath your hips, coming up onto your elbows. Top of the head's reaching back towards the ground. Your fish pose. Again, maybe you're just hanging out here in your Supta Baddha Konasana. Or if you have wall space, you want to play with Viparita Karani, you would just bring your sit bones to the wall, rolling over into one shoulder, and taking the legs up the wall, reversing the little gravity that way. It's great. Comfortable, easy, feel good pose. You're welcome to hang out here for your Shavasana, if you so desire. If you're in any of the other counter poses, we're just going to slowly make our way to a reclined twist. So if you're in child's pose, flip it over to Apanasana, bringing the knees in, rocking gently side to side. Well, first, we'll just shift the hips to the left a little bit and then lower the knees to the right. Reaching that left arm long, shoulder blades. Breathing here. And inhaling, back to the center. Draw the knees in. Maybe shifting the hips to the right, lowering the knees to the left. Reaching that right arm long. Keeping both shoulder blades grounded. Give yourself a little self-assist by taking that left hand over that right thigh. Noticing the difference between the two sides of the body. Breathing here. Inhale, coming back to the center. Realigning the hips again, lengthening the spine, drawing the knees in. And just rocking side to side. Maybe take a happy baby pose here, if you like. Reaching for the big toes of your peace baby. Rocking side to side. And when you feel ready, letting go of your toes and lengthening the legs out long, rolling the shoulders under. Finding your Shavasana, if you're lucky enough to have a bolster or a pillow, sleeping bag, and the bolster underneath the knees, even underneath the thighs. And then maybe turning off any lights or putting sweatshirts back on, blanket over the body. Finding your way to Shavasana, your reward for today's practice. Resting here. Just imagining that you're just floating in a beautiful lake somewhere. Beautiful day. Letting everything go. Letting go of any ujjayi breathing you might still have going on. Finding your way back into your body. Taking a deeper inhale. And a deeper exhale. Inhaling deeply. And exhaling deeply. Imagine wiggling your fingers and your toes. Wiggling your ankles and your wrists. Maybe dropping your head to the left and to the right. And slowly bringing your feet to your bolster or the floor, and then either just lowering them to the left or maybe to the right. Whichever way has more room. Just finding a little seedling pose, fetal position. Pose of new beginnings. Just taking a moment here in your seedling pose to scan the body for sensations. And scanning the breath. When you feel ready, no need to rush. Moving here in slow motion. Finding your way up to an easy seated pose, Sukhasana, where we began. Maybe keeping the eyes closed for a moment longer. And bring the palms and the hands together at the heart center, Anjali Mudra. We'll close today's practice with just one chant of Om. Joining with me if you wish. A cleansing breath first. So taking a deep inhale through the nose. And a deep exhale through the mouth. And inhaling to Om. Slowly open your eyes. Namaste. Thanks for coming to Vinyasa Yoga. And hope you all stay well.